Downtown, along Broad Street, you run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now Jackson on 4th down. And that's going to be intercepted by Darius Slay. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goddard, that time. 3rd down coming up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the 1st down. To the air again, Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
The open receiver is Dodson. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Hurts will try it again. This one is caught by Dodson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Again, Hurts. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts again. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Third and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Down the field, he's got Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. In motion, the tight end Uzama. On play action, Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. He's got it! And he's out of bounds inside the 30. Big-time play for Philly to gain a 43 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Quick throw, taken in. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he will get into the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Jackson now on 2nd down. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
They'll run. It's Barkley. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Second down and 8. Man in motion is Brown. They'll run the toss to Barkley. The defense stringing him out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Man in motion is Smith. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. First and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. So we've reached halftime here in South Philly, and the Eagles are on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the 3rd. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. In motion, the tight end, Uzama. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That one incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
From the gun, Jackson. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Jackson. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, And now it's fourth down.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point, something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He gets that to Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he will score. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Hardy now with the return. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Jackson now. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
To be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Man in motion is Brown. Once again, it's Barkley. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Hurts. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on downs. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Now it's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's across midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Jackson up top again. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down. Play action now. Jackson. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of the 1st.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Throwing Jackson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. And that is into the hands of Goddard. He's got it. It is a big play for the Eagles. 38 yards. Hurts looking to throw on first down. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. The open receiver is Dotson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Barkley, and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's to the right side and incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. It's 2nd down. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Hurts down to a knee, and that will wrap this one up. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say so long from South Philly.